Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another week of reading I Was Their American Dream. We are going to be reading chapter 3 this week, so let me know what you think. Let's get into it. Chapter 3. My parents had a deal. School with my mom in the States, summers with my dad in Egypt. Summer in Egypt was so different from the life I knew in California. Time moved so much slower. There was time to eat long, leisurely breakfasts on the balcony. There's Dad, Dunya, Salma, Ahmed, and Hala. My fourth falafel sandwich. Time for adventure walks. And with this plant, if you put the leaves in a book, the back of it turns gold. That's Amita Mona, my aunt. Time to hang out on the beach all day with my cousins. Rami, let's dig a hole in this sand so that guy falls in. Okay. This is a special trap my dad taught me to make when I was a kid. Instructions on the next page. Time to play cards until 2 a.m. I said strawberry first, losers. I win. Damn it, Malaka. This is a game called Fruit. For instructions, turn the page. Fun page. Evil sand trap. 1. Dig a hole large enough for a foot. Kids, don't try this at home. 2. Cover the hole with a single sheet of newspaper. 3. Sprinkle newspaper lightly with sand to camouflage. 4. Wait for someone to step in your trap. Fruit card game. 1. Deal all cards evenly. 2. Each player picks the name of a fruit for themselves. 3. Take turns flipping over your cards one at a time. If you see a player flip over a card that matches yours, yell out the name of their fruit. If you say their fruit first, they take all your flipped cards. If they say your fruit first, you take their flipped card pile. 4. The object of the game is to get rid of all your cards first. 5. Keep playing until there is one player left. Good luck! Dad was very proud that he had an American daughter. She's half American and Filipino. He loved dressing us up in clothes with American flags on it. She lives by Disneyland. But I didn't really feel like a real American. I loved Spam. I had a round brown face. I was in Egypt. I had a weird name. I spoke English with a Tagalog accent. Basically, I felt like a giant Spam eating fob. Love you, Spammy. A fob is someone who is fresh off the boat or like newly arrived. How to live according to Dad. Meanwhile, my dad was always trying to teach me life lessons. We had limited time together, so I guess he just wanted to cram everything in. Stand with your feet together. Grr. Walk straight with your hands behind your back. Like this? Yeah, but suck your stomach in too. Okay, that's just mean. Do not leave this table until you can eat with a fork and knife. But with Mom, I eat with a spoon and a fork. See, Malaka? Even an ant knows its purpose in the world. One day, you will too. But Dad, I'm not an ant. He also talks to me about things that my family back in California never discussed. Politics, the news, world affairs, history. Which country do you think is the most powerful in the world? USA? Yes, but what if I told you that before America, it was the UK, and before that, it was Rome, and before that, Egypt? No, Dad. It was always the States. I learned a lot from my stepmom, Hala, too. She taught me how to be a woman. Unlike my mom, Hala understood my thick, curly hair and showed me how to tame it. We baked cakes and cooked together. She bought me my first pair of heels, silver, white, and baby blue platforms, and taught me to walk in them. Kind of. Whoa! She was there when I got my first period. She was the first person I ever smoked a cigarette with. She taught me how to belly dance, although I never really got it. She showed me how to wax my mustache. Spending time in Egypt exposed me to realities I never would have experienced in California. When I was 14, I brought my skateboard to Egypt. I'm a skater now, I told Hala. The visor is part of the look. You wear it off to the side. Okay, but do you have anything else to wear? I was so stoked to skate around the mall in the neighborhood, but every time I did, people stared. At first, I thought it was just because they had never seen a skateboard or such dank skate clothes. Or maybe they were blinded by my coolness. But no, it definitely wasn't that. I never brought my skateboard to Egypt again. Hey, pretty. What is she thinking? So shameful. I also witnessed extreme poverty. In Egypt, some families were so poor that they sent their children to work. We once had a 12-year-old maid named Negla. She did housework, laundry, and chores while I just played. She ate in the kitchen on special plates. I never forgot that. I never forgot her. I remember asking her if she wanted to draw with me, but she couldn't even write her name. It was so unfair. And then there was the family road trip to El Arish when I was 16. We heard the beaches were clean and not too crowded. But it quickly became clear something wasn't right. The town was deserted, and in the distance, there was the sound of something big and loud and heavy. Aye, Dad, what is that? Boom, thud, boom. My dad explained that what we were hearing were rockets. Israel and Palestine were fighting, he said. See, we're just 30 minutes from the Gaza Strip. Perhaps that explains why no one is here? It was a weird feeling, them being in hell over there and us being on holiday over here. Later, I'd learn that what I heard was the Second Intifada, an uprising of violence between Palestinians and Israelis in the early 2000s. I thought that going through that stuff gave me the right to call myself a true Egyptian. But it turns out I had a lot more to learn. When I was about 20, a bunch of my Egyptian American friends and I went to Alexandria to attend our friend Sally's wedding. Some of those friends had only been to Egypt a handful of times, but they seemed to know everything about being Egyptian. They knew how to zagrat, make a la 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 sound with their mouths for the bride. And how to belly dance. Hala, why didn't you tell me? I suck. They knew what to wear to the wedding. Are you gonna wear that? No. Yes. Why? And most of all, they knew how to speak Arabic beautifully. Hey, Tant, remember me? After 10 years of coming to Egypt, you still don't speak Arabic? No, Tant, I don't. It became pretty obvious to me that all the summers in the world in Egypt could never replace growing up with my dad. Maybe if he lived in California, I would have known to bring a ball gown to an Arab wedding instead of a stupid Forever 21 sundress. In moments like those, I tried to remember why I came to Egypt in the first place, to spend time with my dad. When I think back on those summers, one memory from when I was 12 comes to mind. We were in a town on the Mediterranean called Marsa Matruh. Dad and I spent the whole day on the beach. As the sun was setting, he said, "Let's go back for one last dip." He floated me on the water and told me, "I love you more than anything in the world." And that's the end of chapter 3, guys. It was a short one. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me your favorite part, and I will see you again next week for chapter 4. Have a great week. Bye.